Hello, how's it going? Hope everyone is doing fantastic. Okay, so my mom and my aunt wanted McDonald's, so I had to stop by the mall to go get McDonald's. But today is already turning out to be a pretty busy day. Don't you love it when you come back from vacation and then like boom, life keeps going. I was supposed to work today at 2, but Matt ended up taking my schedule because he was off, because I need to go to the city office with my mom today to pick up some last of the paperwork for our apartment, because we're signing the contract on Saturday. We're inputting the deposit and everything tomorrow, so we have to prepare the money, and we also have to get all our paperwork and everything ready for Saturday, and that's when we finalize our apartment. I needed to go with my mom because there's like some specific paperwork that I need to get. I have to also, when Matt gets home tonight, I have to make a copy of his like driver's license, or I have to make a copy of his passport and his residency card. I don't know, there's a lot of paperwork involved in this. And the fact that I have to go to like the city office to get all of that is crazy. But Matt obviously can't really take care of that stuff, so I'm gonna go with my mom, and today was the only day she could go, hence why Matt took my shift. This is crazy. Everything is moving so fast with this apartment. We already have internet being installed 3 days or 4 days after we move in. We got really lucky with that one. I'm so excited about that, because I was like expecting a month without internet, which we would have made it work with everything we do, but it would have been hard. And then yeah, crazy how things move fast. I mean, it wasn't like too long ago that I was like, hey, we're looking for an apartment, and now it's like, we're signing the contract for an apartment. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. This is like the second step, guys. I keep saying it. First step was getting the car, second step was getting an apartment, and third is getting my dog. Excited. Anyways, I gotta deliver this McDonald's to my mom and my aunt, because I just got a text and they're like, where's our McDonald's? So I'm gonna go. I almost said I'm gonna go feed the hungry hippos, which really sounds mean. I wasn't trying to mean like they're hippos. It rhymes. I'm not calling my mom and my aunt fat. I'm just making a rhyme. Feed the hungry hippos. But that does sound kind of mean. Okay, let's go. Hello. I am so sorry. I didn't really vlog much today because it was honestly just running around. I dropped Matt off at work I was at the mall picking up McDonald's when I started this vlog, and I had just dropped off Matt at work, and now I'm back here picking him up. It's like 7 o'clock. He's off in about 15 minutes. The moment I got home from the mall, it was just like running around. I was trying to get 3 loads of laundry in between being in and out of the house. And we went to the city office with my mom, as you probably saw I put in a couple clips of that. But we got all the documents we need from the city office. So what we needed to pick up from the city office was me and Matt's residency paperwork. So where is our main address? What is the history of our history, family history, and all of that kind of stuff. Well, my family history, because Matt's just attached to me. And then we also needed, since my mom and my aunt are guarantors, we needed their paperwork of their whole residency situation. There was so many things we had to pick up. And then after I pick Matt up, we have to go back to the drugstore, and then Matt has to print out a copy of his passport and his residency visa. All of that has to be submitted today or tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. But that's one thing about Japan. There's paperwork among paperwork that you have to go to so many different places to pick up. Yep, that's where we are. We're doing very well though. I think we're depositing the money I think tomorrow or the day after. Once we put that in, then Saturday we have to sign all the paperwork for the apartment, and then once we sign that contract, that apartment is ours and we can move in officially December 16th. Oh, that's 2 weeks away. I'm so excited. I mean, I think there's a different kind of stress that comes with having our own place again, because now we're responsible for literally putting a roof over our own heads, making sure our light stays on. Like, there's responsibilities. I mean, it's not a thing we've never done before. Like, I mean, 10 years living in the States, like, that's, you know, we have had apartments before. It's been nice, and this is thanks to my mom, to be able to kind of focus on just what we needed to do and just kind of build ourselves back up financially. And my mom allowing us to live there for her place for 11 months has helped us do that. But now it's just like, and there was some stresses that came with that. You know, living with family is never easy, no matter how much you love them. And no matter how well-meaning they are, there's some stresses that do come with that. And in that sense, I think Matt and I are really excited and really looking forward to start moving off on our own again. But there are always just, you know, I think we were able to put more attention into Ryukyu and Live in Okinawa and our YouTube channel because we didn't have that rent. Like, we had bills to pay, but rent wasn't one of them. And now we're gonna have to really probably add hours to our work so that we can make rent while we continue to do the stuff that we do without any lull in production. You know, like, I still have to put out a video a day, so it's gonna be an interesting challenge. But you know what, Matt and I have been in worse situations. Like, earlier today I was talking about how I only had $50 in my account and $50 to my name, and that's true. I really don't have a lot of money because, you know, we bought this car, now we have this apartment and all the deposit. Like, everything I've saved up this far is like all at once lump sum going out. So I don't have a lot of money to my name. Once you start paying rent and stuff, like, it's gonna be hard to save back up again. But Matt and I have been in worse situations. I've somehow made, and you know, when I was living in the States, I somehow made it through having a negative bank balance, and it'll be nice, and I think it'll come soon, to be able to live comfortably without feeling like you're just barely drowning. You know, it'll be nice to, you know, like right now I feel like most of my body is submerged underwater, and there's just this tip of my nose just right there. You can feel the water kind of come in and out, but it's enough to still be able to breathe. And that's what it feels like sometimes. But it's not a position that Matt and I have never been in before. And there's like this book called The Power of Broke by Damon John. He's actually a shark from Shark Tank. He founded FUBU. I don't know if you guys remember FUBU, but it's a clothing brand. There's a power to being broke. You know, there is a motivation and an inspiration that comes from climbing your way to the top, because, like, you know, when you hit the bottom, like, there's really nowhere else to go but up. And so there's a big determination that comes to being in a financial bind. It's not a position that you should be in for the rest of your life, but if you're there, it's definitely a really good motivation to work hard to get out of it, as well as to never go back to it again. You know, Matt and I have experienced, you know, financial comfort in the 6 or 7 years that we've been entrepreneurs, but most of the time we've been hitting rock bottom. But I think that's kind of like the price you pay for the lifestyle that we lead in terms of trying to build something from scratch. And, you know, there's this quote by Dwayne Johnson where he's like, you know, and I'm paraphrasing this, but he says, you know, his friends ask him why he works as hard as he do, putting many hours when he's made it, you know, when he's as rich as he is. And he says, I put in many hours, and I work as hard as I can because I know what it's like to be broke, because I don't want to go back to that. You know, that's definitely like the power of not having money. I think you can look at it as something to be ashamed about, and something that holds you back, or you can use it as fuel to be like, I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna get out of this situation kicking and screaming. I'm gonna claw my way to the top, ethically and like without hurting other people, obviously. One thing that I will refuse to do is to cheat my way to the top. I'm doing I'm always going to do it honestly. Because you can cheat your way to the top. In fact, a lot of people do, and they get probably successful faster. But the problem is, once they cheat their way to the top, most people can't stay there because you didn't build a strong foundation on your way to the top. It's always good to do it ethically and honestly and genuinely. Otherwise, there's no point in wealth if you're not doing it in a positive way. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, it's all good. You know, I keep thinking about it, and Matt and I talked about it today and yesterday, just like, you know, it's gonna be rough. There's gonna be a lot of times where we're gonna be struggling with money, and you know, we're both kind of, luckily I have him and he has me, and we're in this together, and it's not like we've never been in this position before. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm kind of nervous, anxious, motivated, and you know, it's like, bring it on. I'm ready for the next step, and I'm also ready for my dog to get here. I really, really am ready for my dog to get here. My little emotional support Pomeranian. I'm really excited, and I say this a lot, but I don't know if you guys are getting tired of hearing it, but I do mean it every time I say it. Is I'm so grateful to have you guys in my life, to be able to share my journey with you guys, to have somebody out there who's like watching me from the up and the down, feeling like I'm not alone in this. I mean, I have Matt, but I feel like I have a community of people that have my back, and I really appreciate that. Like, I don't take that for granted one bit. Thank you guys for supporting Matt and I for the last 11 months, or 12 months now. We're in December. You guys have no idea, like, what you guys mean to me and Matt. But here's to the next phase of our life. Apartment. Having some sort of semblance of independence. And hopefully Buddy. Hopefully we'll get him here soon. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let Matt know I'm here so he's not like waiting. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this kind of like just all over the place vlog. Yeah, you guys know. You guys know what this is about. Alright, love you. Peace. Bye. Boop.